Hey y'all, and welcome to yet another Beauty by Flawless Jess tutorial. So I know y'all can see that my brows are already done, but wait sis, I recorded a brow tutorial right before recording this video. So if you would like to see me do my brows, make sure you hit the link in the description below. Without further ado, what we waiting on? Let's go ahead and get into this beat, okay? Alright, so I am going to start by priming my eyelids with the P. Louise Rumor 3 base. Y'all, this stuff is so, I don't know what took me so long to buy, but a little bit goes a long way, and it is so bomb. It's so worth the money that you spend on it. I'm so excited to do this look today, y'all. We gonna be so cute. Oh, we are gonna be so cute, okay? So we're just gonna work that in, add it into our skin. Alright, so we're gonna be working out of 4 palettes today. The first one is going to be the Juvia's Place Warrior 3 palette. And we are going to start by using this purple color right here. We're gonna be using the Morphe E27 brush. And we're just gonna place that into the skin. And we're not gonna take it all the way up, we're just gonna go into our crease with it. Y'all, this is a Kiki Adams Inspired look. I saw her do this look on somebody and I was like, oh my god, I have to try to do that. I got to. It was so pretty. We're just gonna do the same thing on this eye right here. Again, we're just pressing it into the skin. And we're doing this very light-handed. We're not heavy-handed with this at all. I noticed that I could be a little heavy-handed and I get frustrated when my eyeshadow don't come out right. That's okay, sis. We just gonna try something new. Again, we're just placing it. We're not putting it all over our eye. We're just going up into the crease. Alright, so next we are still going to be using that purple color, but we are going to use a different brush. We're going to switch to the it's a Morphe brush as well, the M433 brush, and we're just going to take this into our crease. And we're doing windshield wiper motions with this and blending. Alright, so now we are going to switch palettes just for a little bit. We are going to go into the Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette, and we are going to be using this orange color right here. And for this, we're not mixing any colors. We're switching brushes with every new color that we use. So for this one, we are going to use the M573. It's also a Morphe brush. And we're going to take that into the purple and just blend out so that we can see the orange. this is gonna be so pretty. Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna be so pretty. I cannot wait to see the final result. Alright, and we're gonna do the same exact thing. Start in the purple and just blend up. Y'all see how pretty that orange is? Ooh. Can't wait. It's gonna be so bomb. Alright, so we're gonna go back into that Warrior 3 palette, and we are going to be using this yellow color right here. And again, we're switching brushes. We are going to be using M441 brush. And again, we are very light-handed with this. So we are going to go back into that purple because you can see we lost some. So we're going to place that back into the crease. So now it's time to cut our crease. So I am going to be using the Rumor 2 base by P. Louise. And I'm going to go back to my old method of cutting my crease. I'm just going to place, I was trying to see if my purple was even. Alright, so I'm just going to place a little right here, look up. And then this will tell me exactly where I need to cut my crease. And you see how we can still see that purple? And I've had to come to the realization that my cut crease is not going to be absolutely perfect. So as long as they look alike, we're good. And as long as they're not obviously different, we're good. Alright, so now that our creases are cut, what we are going to do is we're going to go back into that Warrior 3 palette, and we are going to take this purple again and we're going to put it on our outer corner. And we are using the M433 brush. You just lightly dust it on. We want to make sure we don't even see that line for the cut crease on there. Alright, so next what we're going to do is we're going to go into this pink color right here, and we are going to place that right next to the purple. Again, we're just placing that on there as well. It's kind of like we're marrying these two colors together. It's so cute. So it creates the perfect ombre. Alright, so the next palette that I'm going to go into is going to be the Jaqueline Hill palette, and I'm going to be using this peachy color right here on the end. So we're going to place that right next to the pink. So the last color that we are going to apply is going to be from the Rihanna Shimmer palette, and it is going to be this super pretty white gold color right here. So cute. I'm so happy, y'all. So happy. Listen, I get so nervous doing stuff like this because I'm such a perfectionist, and I want it to, it has to come out right. It has to. Like, no other choice. Alright, so now that our eyeshadow is done, and honey, it's popping, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start applying our lashes. We are going to use our Big Shot Mascara. I can't find my Fenty. I need to find it because, honey, that was expensive. Okay? So I'm going to apply my Big Shot mascara. So now I'm going to go ahead and line my natural lashes with some glue. And then after that, I'm going to apply my lashes. So I think I said that it was easier for me to take the lashes off with the duo glue last time, but I don't think I explained why. It's because the duo glue is a lot softer than the glue that I was using before, so it just makes it a lot easier to take them off. Girl, you can just peel them off, okay? And with these, you'll know when they're ready when it turns blue. And although it turns blue on the strip, it does dry white or clear. It dries clear. So I do not know how to put on lashes with tweezers on both eyes. So I'm just gonna do one eye. The eye that I know how to put it on with is this one. I'm going to apply with my hands on this one and then fix it with the tweezer. So I'll start with this eye first. So I have my mirror up like this. Just place it as close to your lash line as possible. And then you fix it. And then I like to pinch them to make sure they're on there and they're secure. Okay, you do the same thing. Just place it on there. And then fix them. Cute, girl. Okay, so now that our lashes are on and they are popping, we're gonna go ahead and move on to my favorite part, which is the foundation, highlighting, and contour. So I'm going to be using my favorite of all time, y'all already know, my Fenty Beauty foundation. And again, I'm color 370. And this foundation dries so fast, so we literally gotta move. And I forgot to color correct around my mouth. I'll do that in just a second. We want to make sure we get this everywhere. Color correct with toffee around my mouth, and that's just in the LA Girl Pro Conceal. It ain't gotta be perfect, because we just don't blend it in. Alright, and so I'm going to spray my brush. I'm using the Instapop cheek brush, not cheek. And I'm spraying it with some rose water. I use this brush for everything. I like that other one, but I like this one a lot better for everything. make sure we get that all the way in there. All right, so now that we got that blended in, we are going to go ahead and start highlighting. I am going to be using my BH Cosmetics 130 brush, and we are highlighting in the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Natural. And I like to highlight a little heavy under my under eyes, cause y'all, I be having bags and ain't nobody got time for that, okay? That is not cute. Put it on my nose. All right, so before I highlight on my cheeks, I'm going to start contouring. I'm going to contour in Deep Dark. This is a ColourPop foundation stick. All right, so now I'm gonna go in and highlight on my cheek. And conceal those lash lines. All right, so because this tends to dry a little fast as well, I'm going to spray my face with this rose water and start blending that out. That out of my mouth. That's so nasty. Oh my god. So I'm going to be using the Real Techniques cheek brush, and I'm going to start blending out that contour. And I'm only using this bottom part right here of the brush. I love that foundation stick. We want to make sure we get that in our hairline as well. Okay, we want to make sure we blend out our neck because, again, we can't be walking around looking two-tone. So we want to make sure we get every little bit. So to blend out my highlight, I am going to be using this Real Techniques brush. I know that it's not for blending out your highlight, but that's what I use it for. So and we want to make sure we really get under our eyes again, because we want to set those bags or try to hide them as much as possible. blend, blend, blend until you can't blend no more. Okay.
And don't worry, we are going to fix these harsh lines.
Alright, so I'm gonna switch brushes just a little bit. And this is a blending brush also from Real Techniques. So I'm gonna go back with this brush right here. And you really want to press everything in. That's why I've been blending for so long. Alright, so I'm going to take my my Morphe R32 brush and just blend out this contour around my nose. And again, I'm just pressing that in as well. I use this brush for everything. Honestly. Truly. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my face with this Ben Nye banana powder. I love this stuff. I haven't used it. I used it in my last video, but I haven't used it as much over the last year because I've been so obsessed with the Rihanna one. But I'm going to go back into this Ben Nye as soon as I can find my brush. Where did I just put it? Oh. So I'm going to go and use this this Real Techniques setting brush. And I'm not gonna bake with this. I'm just gonna place it into my skin and just tap. To me, I like doing this so much more because I don't look washed out when I do it. As opposed to when I let it sit and I let it bake, I always look washed out. Maybe I'm not doing it. You really want to sit under your eyes. So while I am waiting for that to just settle in, I am going to take my NW45 powder and I'm gonna set everywhere that I put cream contour. All right, so I'm gonna take my NW45 MAC Studio Fix powder and I'm going to take my cheek brush again and I'm going to set my cream contour with it. All right, so I'm gonna have that sit in there. All right, so now I'm gonna take my NC45, which is the color that I actually wear in MAC, and put it in all the areas that I highlighted. So to finish all of this up, I'm going to take my MAC Mineralized powder in the color dark and set that everywhere on my face. Together. All right, so now that we are all done with this, we're gonna go ahead and spray our face, let that set, and then we are going to apply some color under our eyes. Y'all, I feel so fine. Feel so fine. Okay, my eyes came out right, skin looking flawless. Okay, y'all, so we are almost done. So I'm going to go back into this Warrior. I keep looking at myself. But I'm gonna go back into this Warrior 3 palette and I'm going to use this pretty shimmer blue color and this purple color to set under my eyes. And so to make the color really pop, I am going to use the Louise base in Rumor 2. And this is just so that the color can show up a little bit more. It can be more vibrant, you know? Cause shoot, if we're gonna apply it, we won't be able to see it, right? And I'm just applying a thin line. All right, so now that that's on there, I'm gonna kind of press that in just a little bit. and then we are going to go into our colors. All right, so I'm going to be using, once again, this blue color, starting to put that in my inner eye right there. So oh, y'all see how pretty that is? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I be so nervous to do looks like this, but then I realized ain't nobody stopping you but you. You could literally do it if you try. And guess what? I'm doing it. Okay. All right. So next, I'm gonna go into this purple color right here. I'm gonna do the same exact thing. Just gonna tap that in. Alright, so now we're done with that. Y'all, I feel it really came together and I'm so proud. So I'm going to go in my waterline and I'm going to apply some of this black eyeshadow right here just in my waterline only. Y'all cute. Anyway, now what I'm gonna do is apply my Big Shot mascara on my bottom lashes. So the last thing we have left to do is we are going to go ahead and apply our lipstick. So I am going to be using this MAC chestnut pencil to line, and I'm going to be mixing two Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipsticks. I'm going to be using Ashton and Stripped. Alright, so we're going to apply Ashton first. Y'all know I love me some matte liquid lipsticks, and I feel like Anastasia Beverly Hills has the best matte, like real matte liquid lipsticks. They literally stay all day. They don't crack, nothing. This came out so good. Look at my eyes. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, y'all. I get so excited when my looks come out bomb. Okay. All right. So I think we're done. Wait, one more thing.